it's really, we see it as a knowledge sharing and a way to pass down some knowledge from our elders to our youth. My name is George Russell Jr., and I'm the Director of Environment and Natural Resources for the NunatuKavut Community Council. This event is really about sharing some information and knowledge about the fishery with our youth, and it's also an opportunity to draw on the knowledge of our elders, and it's a wide range of activities really, where we're doing, you know, just some conversations, some stories around the fireplace here. We're also taking youth out on the boat to some jigging cod, and we're also over in the stage and splitting, filleting codfish, preparing codfish for the winter, that sort of thing. And we've also set a cod trap here in Pinsent's arm, in the arm here, and it's the first cod trap that's been set in NunatuKavut since the moratorium in 1992. So. The cod fishery is, I mean, it was one of the most important things in our community for many years, and it still remains a, you know, a source of income for our people, but also a source of food for subsistence living in the communities, and also a way of helping people connect with their culture. We've heard from elders who keep saying, you know, we're losing a lot of our knowledge when many of our elders are passing away, and we're just trying to find different ways to capture that and to share that with our community. So that's really what inspired it, and we're hoping that this can turn into an annual event. We'll see how things go after the days.
My dad fished Indian Islands all of his life, and at one point this morning when I started to drive along by the salt water, it was a little bit emotional actually, and my thoughts went back to my dad, of course, and I know that he would have loved to have been here today. And there's a generation that would have known nothing about this, only just from some stories, I guess. And events like this sort of really puts a hands-on perspective. And so nice to see a cod trap being set today.
Seeing a cod trap being set today for the first time for many youth who are here, they don't know about that, and that's something that for me is really important to share, because making sure that we're sharing that knowledge and having the elders here, and you know, the opportunity for youth to kind of gain a little glimpse into what the past looked like in the cod fishery, and that's so very important. And I'm really pleased that NunatuKavut kind of places emphasis on that cultural piece and that connection to land and culture and who we are as a people, and what that means to us and the value that it adds to our families and our communities as a whole.
Oh, it's very important, especially like to the young people, and you know, letting them know like our history and our culture, and you know, because you know, they don't know, they wasn't here when the cod moratorium happened, and you know, so they don't know the effects. And you know, so much better to learn about our own culture and history, to hear from our elders, you know, let them tell us the stories. And they now have the opportunity, like today, to go out and boat and to do some of these things, and you know, get a sense of what we used to be.
We're going jigging. It's gonna be fun. I love jigging. Jigging's probably my favorite kind of fishing.
My favorite part of the day was going out in boat, trying for codfish.
My favorite part of today was going on a boat and trying for cod, because I love going on a boat.
I went to go try to jig. I didn't get anything though. We go fishing.
Yes, I jigs all the time, summertime.
My favorite part of today was probably going on a boat and trying for cod. My favorite part of the day was going in boat, jigging, trying for a cod. My favorite part of the day was going out for a jig.
These events are important because, as I mentioned earlier, it's really an opportunity to share and pass down knowledge through generations, and that's really the traditional way that knowledge was shared in our communities before writing and computers and all this sort of thing. Things were passed on by taking kids out on the land, or to hear the stories and put the knowledge to use. And that's what we're trying to do here today.
I get teach how to split the fish. They cut down the head, and then you go like this, and then you grab the gut shot, and then you pull the head off by pushing your finger into his eye or thumb, and then you twist it, and then the head comes off. And then you get the knife and scrape the things out of his belly.
I was in a fishing stage today, and I have to say that since the moratorium, since my marriage, since we've gotten fish, I go jig, but I very rarely am involved in the processing of the fish. Any kid here today or anybody went down that stage, I talk to adults here, they talked about the smell of the fish. I have it on me now, by the way. And it does, it just brings you right back. And the same with Sherry's meditation today.
There's a breeze on the water this morning, and as the water splashes against the boat, we feel the cool sprinkles of salt on our lips and face. Catching however we can get it, in traps, gill nets, or jigging, the fish is pronged in the box to be cut, headed, and split every day. We see our salt bulk increase.
I think the events like this is just to remind us how resilient we are, how strong we are, how no matter what the obstacles, no matter what we face in life, we've always found a way through. And here we are today celebrating that we not only got through, but we're thriving as a people. And I think other communities should see that, and we should celebrate it all together. We got to do that here in Pinsent Arm today, but I think we need to do this along our coast. We need to remind ourselves every now and then how far we've come.